Welcome to the Noc Bay Learning Circle. We're often asked questions about what materials are needed to do beadwork, commonly called peyote stitch. It's also called cord stitch. These are techniques of bead netting introduced from Europe to the reservations in the late 1800s. When the beads are sewn in the other direction on the background, it's often called brick stitch. European styles often were used in decorating purses, pouches, or jewelry items. And the designs then were very soft in color contrast, and that's what was shown to the native people. Native designs started by using this bead netting style in fans and shaker handles for ceremonial use in the Native American church. That's where the name peyote came from. Later, when these techniques were used in powwow dance items, the term cord stitch was usually used, and the technique expanded to other items like earrings, keyring pendants, and other tubular objects. Several books provided in our web store library are available that can get you started in learning peyote or cord stitch techniques. One is Beading in the Native American Tradition by David Dean. In the back of this book are some common design patterns. Another one is Beadwork Techniques of the Native Americans by Scott Sutton. Directions for the basic two-row peyote stitch is shown in our Beadworking with Today's Materials. Traditionally, the common bead used for this work is the check size 13 seed beads, and also the 13-sized Charlotte cut beads. You'll find these in the web store on the seed and bugle bead page. The size 13s under opaque beads, and the Charlotte cuts shown on a separate page. Size 11 and 12 seed beads also can be used, but the design will be coarser. But this may work for projects like keyring decorations or feather quills. In recent years, the Japanese delica beads have become very popular for bead weaving styles because they are so uniform in size and have rather large center holes, making them easier to weave. They come loose in tubes. You can also find these in the seed and bugle bead page of the web store. The best needles to use are the size 12 sharps. They are stiffer than the longer beading needles, but lace back and forth through the previous rows easier than the longer beading needles do. The thread normally needed is a size A NYMO or nylon monofilament thread. They come in bobbins, jumbo bobbins, or cones. When using the size 13 beads, doing projects like earring pieces, you might have to use a thinner size 00 NYMO thread. A size bead thread could be used for the delica beads or the larger size 11 check beads. Superlon monocord thread, a size AA, can be used because it is very strong, and it also comes in colors. The thread needs to be lightly coated with thread conditioner or with beeswax. The beeswax and the thread conditioner prevents tangling and fraying. Needles, thread, and conditioners can be found in our web store on the beading supply pages. You'll find when you learn more about peyote or cord stitch styles that you have two types. One is a 2-drop style and another is a 3-drop style. The books that we've talked to you about have information about both of those styles. They also have graph and planning paper, and planning is ahead for your design is real important in doing the peyote style or the cord stitch style. And to do that, you need that planning paper. On the website under beading supplies, we also have the 2-drop beading paper for you to do your planning with. Beading can be a lot of fun if you have the right materials and good instructions.